Blog Talk Radio.
I'm your host, Davida Shinsky. You're listening to Live Without Limits, and today's show is the dead simple tips to beat overwhelm, master your schedule, and live your perfect life. And what we're talking about today is the work-life balance. I can't do this anymore, said my soon-to-be client over the phone. My business is going well, but I don't feel like I have time to be a good husband, take care of myself, and make time for the things that really matter. And his problem is not an uncommon one. After coaching thousands of entrepreneurs, I've found that the most common struggle facing today's high performers is not lead generation or sales, increasing revenue, management, or marketing. It's finding a way to balance making a living and making a life. It's easy to make more money, grow your income, and reach high levels of financial success. What's the hard part is to accomplish all of these goals while still making time for all the other important things in your life. After attending my workshop and taking massive action on our coaching sessions, Jason has made some amazing improvements that have allowed him to make massive progress on his new business, improve his family and romantic relationships, and still make time to focus on his personal and professional growth. After sitting down to figure out what helped him make these changes, he shared these 5 key lessons that, if applied, will help you achieve more balance, earn more money, and live the life that you want to live. Now, the first thing to remember is this. Accept the price for success. When I first started working with Jason, he was, by his own admittance, searching for the easy way out. He wanted to figure out the fastest and easiest way to grow his business and increase his income. It's not that he was lazy. I can promise you he wasn't. Simply that he was more focused on efficiency and than he was on mastery. And he's not alone. Everyone who looks at ads, gurus, and marketers telling us that we can become millionaires, find the love of our lives, or build the rocking body that we've always wanted by using one weird trick. Our society is fetishizes efficiency, ease, and comfort, and constantly plants this idea in the success that it should definitely come easy. Now, one of the things that I find is when I go on Quora, people are always asking the questions instead of going to Google and looking up the answer themselves. That's why I tend to answer a lot of questions there, although I don't ask some because I have learned how to do my research myself. But let's put it this way. It's easy to just sit there and ask a question and let other professionals tell you what they did and how they succeeded. But you know what? What works for them may not work for you. So the best thing you can do is to learn how to manage your time, learn to understand your personality, learn to understand what your strengths are and your weaknesses are, and to learn how to delegate. Because you know what? If you try to wear all the hats when you start a business, then you're definitely going to be the one that burns out. And with this message being replayed in your head on an endless loop, it's easy to think that there's something wrong with you if you aren't able to build the 8-figure business from your laptops by the end of the week. So let's go over this again. Our society tells us about efficiency, ease, and comfort, and constantly plants the idea in our mind that success should be easy. So this is the thing, that success should be easy. But you know what? It's not easy, because what works for one person may not work for the other. And the best way for you to become successful is to understand yourself and to learn to manage your time a lot more efficiently. But the truth of the matter is that success is hard. Mastery is hard. Creating an amazing life where you have abundant finances, vibrant health, close relationships, and tons of amazing adventures are hard. And it's supposed to be hard. Anything worth having takes time, patience, and effort. Until you are willing to accept the price of success, you'll never be able to pay the price or reap the rewards that come from it. This simple mindset shift allowed Jason to dramatically increase his productivity and focus simply because he understood the fact that it isn't supposed to be easy. Instead of thinking, wow, this is really great work day, I must be doing something wrong, his attitude is, wow, this is really hard work day, I must be doing something right. When you accept how hard it will be, it becomes simple. You simply show up and put in the work. Accept the challenges that arise and trust the process will unfold in your favor. Throughout this week, I challenge you to be mindful of your attitude towards hard work and challenges required for success. Instead of complaining and avoiding the challenges that will take you to the next level, embrace them and smile to yourself, accepting this is simply the price to be paid to live the life that you want to live. You know, one of the best things you can learn to do is to live your life on your terms. We're growing up as children. We listen to our parents and the things that they tell us. And what they tell us is how to succeed. Or what happens is they will constantly tell you things like, you can't do that. You can't do this. You can't live on your own. You can't make decisions for yourself. That what happens is eventually we internalize those things, and those become the things that we hear over and over again in our head. So that's why understanding affirmations and understanding how to take all the negative things in your life and all the negative energy that you put out and turn it around to make it more positive is the best way to help you succeed and build the life that you truly want to have. Your morning routine is the ultimate form Outsource, Multiplier. When we first started working together, Jason's mornings were, to be blunt, a mess. He had no structure, no set in stone routines, and no rules to ensure that he woke up on time and owned his days. The snooze button turned into his drug of choice, and his mornings were colored by abject anxiety and overwhelm. Luckily, the solution to his problem was simple. On our first call, Jason and I worked together to craft a morning routine that would allow him to start his days from a place of power, presence, and focus instead of feeling that sinking hole of despair and thinking, I'm already behind and I haven't even started. I taught him about the power of the reverse alarm, held him accountable to his new wake-up time, no snoozing allowed, and gave him a simple set of rituals that he could complete in under 15 minutes to prime himself for the day and get into the most positive state possible. And the results were nothing short of extraordinary. Within a matter of days, not weeks, days, Jason reported feeling more focused, productive, and capable of handling his normal workload in significantly less time. If you are serious about living your perfect life and achieving your very own 2 times 10, or doubling your income while working 10 fewer hours a week, then you must create a consistency and complement a powerful morning routine. Although I have an entire course dedicated to helping you develop your very own millionaire morning routine, the basics are simple. At least 60 minutes before bed, you're going to turn off all your electronics and complete a brain dump, writing out all the things that you need to accomplish over the coming days. Then take the most important items from your list and schedule them for the following day. This will ensure that you wake up with a clear and plain action, knowing exactly what needs to be done when you wake up. Be sure to set your alarm at least 2 hours before your first appointment. You're going to spend the first 15 minutes of your morning preparing your body with some form of physical activity and hydration, or drinking at least 32 ounces of water with lemon as soon as you wake up. Keep it simple. Some like calisthenics or a morning walk is more than enough. After you're done with your exercise, you're going to dive directly into a 15 to 30 minutes of legacy work, the important but non-urgent work that will help you take your life to the next level, whether it's writing your book, building your side hustle, creating your next premium course, or refining your public speaking skills. Spend at least 15 minutes every morning totally focused on your most important deep work that I'll talk about more later. After you complete your deep work, you can fill your remaining time with meditation, journaling, reading, planning, or any other task that helps you mentally prepare for the day. I promise if you will follow a meaningful routine like the one described above for just 30 minutes, your life will change in ways that you can't imagine. So give it a go and let me know your results. So, what this is talking about, what we're trying to help you understand, is that it's best to have a routine. For instance, if you get up at 7 o'clock in the morning and you don't have time for yourself, get up an hour or two earlier and take that time for yourself. Always have a routine, because when you have a family, if you don't work on yourself and rejuvenate yourself, then when you are giving to your family, then they're draining you. So the best thing you can do is to learn to take care of yourself. One thing that happens for many people when they retire, because they are so used to getting up and going to work, is they just don't know what to do with themselves. And because of that, their health starts to suffer. I go to the gym 3 days a week, and because I have a disability, here's what happens. I use paratransit, and because I have a subscription with them, and I tell them I want to be there at 7:30 and I want to be picked up by 9, then usually between 7 and 7:30, they pick me up. Well, I'm up at 5:30. I get dressed, then I eat a little something, and then while I'm waiting, I tend to try to catch up on the news and what's going on. But I'm always aware of having the routine of knowing exactly what I'm going to do when and what I need to do to get it all together to make sure that I'm there. And one thing that I find when I go to the gym is it's a great place to socialize and get to know people. Some of them are entrepreneurs of their own and have their own business. Others come in and they have a routine. And then because I'm living in Florida, you have a lot of people that are retired. But guess what? They are keeping the same routine. And one thing I find is I see some older people there that, I mean, you can see they've got some health issues, but they are there keeping up a routine to keep themselves going and healthy. And understanding that and incorporating that into your life on a daily basis is one of the best ways to help yourself. Don't hide from your weaknesses, own them. One of the most common things that hold entrepreneurs back from achieving the success and balance that they desire is the belief that they can do everything themselves. And so for Jason, it was no different. When he opened his own brokerage firm, he felt like he had to do everything on his own, even the aspects of his business where he wasn't strong. Since the time you were young, you've been taught to work on your weaknesses. But in the world of business, this is a prescription for failure and burnout, not sustainable success. To create lasting results, you must own your weaknesses and, if possible, delegate them to someone else. If you're an excellent business strategist and manager, but you're terrible at sales, don't waste your time trying to get better at sales. Hire someone who's already a sales expert and then handle the new leads. If you're a master of sales and video creation, but you can't write a compelling blog article to save your life, don't waste 20 hours of your week trying to make one post that gets your audience engaged. Go to Fiverr or Upwork or reach out to your network and find a content writer who can create 3 amazing articles each week in half the time. to accomplish these big goals and dreams that you have, you must be hyper self-aware about your weaknesses and own them, outsource them, migrate their efforts on your business, and double down your strengths. This is the only prescription for success. We don't always realize just how important understanding where we come from or how to deal with all the skills that we need to. And this is one of the biggest things that I see that so many people have a problem with. And that problem is understanding and accepting the fact of how to delegate. When you work in a corporation, what do? You delegate. Because as a manager, you understand the importance of delegating. But when you own your own business, the best thing you can do as an entrepreneur is find other entrepreneurs or hire a virtual assistant to help you, because this helps you stay organized. And being organized is the best way to keep and schedule your time. Work with your schedule, not your mood. All too often, entrepreneurs and high performers don't fit the traditional creative mold. They assume that creativity is something that is a result of inspiration rather than perspiration. If you can commit to putting your butt in a chair and focusing all of your energy on your most important creative projects for only 15 minutes a day, you will make more progress in the next month than you've made in the previous 12. I can guarantee it. Schedule the big rocks first. I'm about to share something that has changed my life and the lives of thousands of my clients. Here it goes. This Sunday, when you sit down to plan your next week, you're going to flip the script on the traditional work-centric planning strategies and schedule your date nights, workouts, deep work slots, and morning routine first before you put in a single meeting, sales call, or appointment in your calendar. You are going to schedule and commit to the big rocks that lead to the life fulfillment. Then, and only then, can you schedule meetings and other tasks. As simple as this may sound, the tactic has been a game changer for Jason and nearly every other client to whom I've taught it. It's too easy to allow those important rituals and commitments to slip through the cracks wherever clients and employees call with files to put out, projects to complete, and new endeavors to undertake by putting the big rocks first and planning your business around your life, not the other way around. Not only will you improve your quality of life, but you'll actually make more money as a result. When you have constraints on your work schedule, you're forced to call the activities that don't drive profits and serve you to the highest level. One of the things that happens is, and why it's important to plan out your schedule, is very easy and very simple to understand. That if you don't have a plan, if you don't have a schedule, if you just let anything and everything take away from what you want to accomplish and from your goals, that what happens? You tend to feel overwhelmed. Why do you feel overwhelmed? Simple. you are not completing the task that you have planned. So remember, the best thing about time management is to understand that what your procrastination is and what your time wasters are, because those are the things that allow you to let other people come in and disrupt your schedule. And when they disrupt your schedule, what is literally happening? You're letting yourself be run by others rather than taking control of your life and your plan and making it what you want it to be. So, and remember, we've been talking about weaknesses. When you understand your personality, for instance, if you have a high D, then you're someone who literally believes that you can control everything around you. And that's someone who's a good manager. If you have a high I, then you're an influencer. And what that means is that you are very outgoing, you interact with people, you can be at a party and literally talk about business. Then if you're a steadiness personality, what does that mean? That means that you literally go by the book when you work for a company. You literally read the manual and practice it daily. Then you have the conscientious personality, and they literally question everything before they make a final decision on anything. And each of these personalities are known as the pure personalities. But when you interact them with each other, then you understand where your weaknesses are, where your strengths are, how you can do something better than someone else. And always remember, it's best to work with a team of people. Or if you're not working with a team of people, find someone who has strengths in areas where you have weaknesses. And why is this so important? Because if you have a goal and you want to accomplish that goal, then you need the support or the encouragement of someone who can help you, to be a mentor to you, to help you achieve the goals that you have in life. And here's something, and this is the final story that I'm going to. I happen to be involved with a company called BuilderRoll, and I got involved with that company because with my business, I was looking for a way to utilize all the tools that they have on their platform without having to pay extra. And one of the things is, like, I use their script generator to create sales letters for myself. I use their e-learning platform to post my courses. I have their webinar where I can literally create webinars and market them and do videos. They have what's known as a video wrapper that you can take your videos and wrap them and write things on them. And then you can post them on YouTube as a way of building and marketing for yourself. So as an entrepreneur, I understand that, but I'm not interested in being an agency that sells those services to other people, and they are developing a program like that. So understanding what my strengths are helps me understand that what tools I need to use to build my business. And remember, you can go to my website, and that website is the #1 personalcareercoach.com, where you can sign up for both individual and group coaching.